Does anyone, by the way, you're gonna sit with this low angle and look at me from a bad angle this whole time, okay? Does anyone else, whenever you're just out, right? You're walking to the store, you're in like casual clothes, you're wearing ratty old trainers, and you walk past like an elderly woman or sometimes man, and they're dressed like they just got back from a really like expensive dinner, and it makes me feel ashamed. I hear their little heels clacking. I hear their fucking brand new ass Gucci heels click clacking on the floor, on the pavement. I don't have to turn around. I know it's like an 80-year-old woman doing her shopping. She just got her hair done. Gets her hair done once a week, twice a week. And it's like, I always look at their shoes. I always look at their shiny ass shoes. And I'm like, I don't know. I wish I felt that expensive. I wish I felt that like elegant, but at the same time, if I wore fancy shoes, I would feel like an asshole. If I wore heels, like I saw a woman, sometimes they wear like, I studied photography, and what did I get from that? A degree? Would you call it a degree? I have a qualification. In photography. Okay, and if I go out there with my camera in the middle of the day at like 11 a.m. and I go up to every older person who I think has like style, do you think I would be a complete certified freaky creep if I stopped them and was like, excuse me, can I take a picture? And they would be all confused, like, what is this for? And I'd be like, it's for my YouTube channel where I'm documenting old people. If I said like, oh, I'm a student, it's a photography project, they'd be like, okay, but then I would feel like a fucking freak because that's a lie. I always wanted to like interview people, ask local people about their opinions on politics, and like animate it, like not like rotoscoped, but just use the audio. You know what I mean? Like just use the audio and animate the whole interview. And yeah. But anyway, if I go out into the street of my small town, my small rural country town, mountainside, and these old people who've lived here their whole lives, 90 years old, and I go up to them, they're doing their daily shopping, they're saying hello to their neighbors, I go up to them and I'm like, hey, can I take a picture of you? And then never talk to you again. It's so mean and rude and disruptive. If I lived in a city, they would be used to like cameras and stuff. They'd be used to like people, I don't know, just more being more social, I guess. So it would be more normal, and there would also be less chance of me seeing them again. But if I do it in this small ass town, these people are gonna like I once held a door open for a man who was like 90. He couldn't open it himself. He could, but he was struggling. He was doing slowly. I opened the door for him, and he took 10 minutes to very, very slowly turn around, lift my hand and give it a kiss, and leave the restaurant. It was a diner. Leave the diner. And I was like, oh, thank you. But that's what these people are like, and if I start taking pictures of them, I want to document their style and use it for my own nefarious purposes. You know, I want to document their fashion for myself, so that I can pick it apart, so I can tear it apart. You know, be like, well, why are they wearing this scarf? I really not just stare, because I would be like a photographer. Are all photographers creeps? There's no way you if I say, okay, listen, if I say it's for a photography project, that's not a lie. It is. And then what I will do is I'll go home. I'll make a video about my findings. I'll interview all these people and their types of shoes they wear. This is something that, like, I walk past these people on the street and I'm like, I really just want to stop her and take a picture of her shoes. Is it wrong? I'll never, where else would I get this information from? The internet's not telling me shit. These people aren't on the internet. You click in articles that's like, these older people are slaying, and they're like industry models who just happen to turn 40. I need to document this important sector of our society whom we are neglecting. And by that, I mean take advantage of their loneliness for fashion. It's to steal their fashion, to analyze it, publicly embarrass them. I mean, it's a compliment, right? Like, this isn't real. This is just a scenario. I gotta stop. I gotta stop before it gets real. But I want to though. Fuck. Those fancy flats, honestly, I don't know anything about shoes. There's a name for them. The like slip-on things, they have a bit of a heel. But I saw a woman and she was wearing like kind of like a Chelsea boot, but fancier, more expensive, a more detailed Chelsea boot with really nice heel on it. They were black, and maybe it wasn't a Chelsea boot. Maybe it had like the low thingy. You could see her stocking on the foot. I don't remember. I just remember looking at the heel and thinking, like wow, she's wearing boots. She's wearing heels to the grocery store because she was just kind of raised in an era where you dress like that to go outside. You gotta dress presentable. And is it toxic? Yeah, it's extremely toxic, but I'm jealous. I want a pair of fancy flats. Where did they get their clothing? But it will also have like an effect of if I dress in similar clothing, I won't look fancy and elegant. I won't look good. I will look older than I am. It will have like a negative effect. So I have to buy something more modern, like the modern equivalent of dressing up to go to the grocery store. But the modern equivalent of dressing up to go to the grocery store is wearing like a scrunchy ponytail and really expensive trainers. Why are people obsessed with like running shoes? I guess it's been a thing since the 90s. The shoes I bought now, I bought them because I thought they looked like they cost more than they did. I'll show you them. I'll show you the other one. There's a stain on that one. Oh, there's a stain on both of them. It's just like a basic trainer, but they look comfortable. They look... Is this a thumbnail? If I told you this cost £600 and it's just a little worn out, I wouldn't believe you because look how thin that looks. But in like lighting, if in like, I don't know, maybe 200 at best. If I was like, these are designers, they cost a lot, it would be like 200 at most, which isn't a lot for like designer shoes. But anyway, I used to, when I was 18, I used to buy shiny boots with a heel, a little bit of a heel, and wear them. And they did look good, but then I entered my tired era, and now I dress tired, and anytime I do anything more than that, maybe my anxiety ramped up, and I was like, I have to dress like I don't give a shit, otherwise I'm going to start accidentally giving a shit. Does that make sense? Like if I start, like you can wear nice clothes that are relaxed and fit comfortably and stuff, but I feel like a heel is the opposite of that. But a heel is comfortable, and a heel does make me feel better, but also I kind of like being short. I kind of like walking around and feeling a little bit short. They always have like scarves on their neck, and I know that's to cover up like wrinkles and shit and like protect their skin from the sun. I get it. But do you think I could rock a scarf? Do you think I could rock a silk, like linen knit scarf? A silk knit scarf. I think that's the word I was going for. flats, like really good flats. Bro, I cannot be caught dead looking twee. Which, like, do I embroider some of my clothes? Yeah, I do. Do I make some of my clothes? Yeah, I do. I alter my own clothes. I sew things together, like shorts. I've knitted a pair of socks in the past. Am I knitting a piece of clothing for myself right now? Yeah, I am. But guess what? It's a grey hoodie, okay? None of this, like, twee nonsense. And if I ever wear a pair of flats, I'm gonna feel like Senorita Awesome, and I can't handle that. Less like this and, like, more like this. You know, both are outdated, but I feel like I could rock this one. Is there a way to wear outdated clothing trends without looking like a hipster asshole? Because I feel like 70s styles and 1920s styles work for me. I feel like I really like those eras too. And I feel like, I don't know, I could embrace some of that shit, but every time I'm like, well, oh, this looks like it's from the fucking 1920s, and I wear it and I look like like a fucking idiot. Like, I'm not buying shoes. This is just a nice little conversation. I do need new shoes. Because I don't have shoes that don't make my feet bleed. They don't make my feet bleed anymore. But I don't have shoes that don't make my toes feel burnt after I take them off. Like, there's some kind of friction going on in all of my shoes. Because I buy cheap shoes. And that's one of the things people are like, well, if you're going to spend money on something, it's going to be shoes. Maybe I'll save up for a while, but then I get very peculiar if I'm looking for one specific item. If I'm going to look for shoes, it's going to take me months in order to make a decision, and by the time I make that decision, the shoe I was after, it won't be there anymore. You know, I'll like try on every single pair of shoes, and how they look have to be very specific because they have to go with everything, because I'm not buying a second pair of shoes. I have more than one pair of shoes, but you know what I mean. If I buy a pair of trainers, that's like their one function. I'm not going to have two pairs of shoes that share the same function. I'm going to have my fancy shoes, I'm going to have walking shoes, and I'm going to have exercise shoes. And boots, snow boots. Snow boots are important. Do I even have fancy shoes? I don't. I'm not going anywhere fancy. Anyway, I walked to like 15 different stores today because every time I go shopping now, something's happening. Like, the government's against me. The lizard people at the top, they're against me because every single store no longer sells the stuff I used to buy at the store. I went to Home Bargains. They don't have the crisps I used to buy. They don't have the yogurt I went there for. They don't have the fiber bars I also went there for, so I left empty-handed. They don't have the tortilla chips they used to sell either. All the things I went there for that don't sell them anywhere else. They just sell them at Home Bargains. They don't sell them there anymore, so I have no reason to shop there. Home Bargains, you lost a customer. I used to like you. And I go to Tesco to buy Creamfields cottage cheese. They don't have Creamfields cottage cheese. They replaced it with their own Tesco's own cottage cheese, which is more expensive and has a different texture. It has it's more wet. I'm pretty sure there's more sugar in it. I don't want to buy your Tesco's own cottage cheese. Where the fuck is the Creamfields cottage cheese? Why would you remove it? Why? Bro. And so I go to fucking Iceland. I never go to Iceland. I walk to Iceland. It smells in there. Everything's crowded. Everyone in there is stinky. I don't know why. Iceland attracts people who don't wash, but it does. And everyone in there is stinky. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm stinky also, but I had to go there. Also, if you ever bought like vegetables or fruit, fresh produce from the store Iceland, please comment about it because they're not high quality, are they? They taste different. For weeks and weeks I was buying their produce before I was like, no. They're definitely disgusting. I can buy better bananas somewhere else, and I don't know why. I don't know what bananas they're buying that have no flavor. I don't know what strawberries they're selling that have no flavor. I don't know what vegetables they're selling that say they expire next week, but they're going to expire right this second. I don't know where the fuck they're buying their produce from, but they gotta stop. They gotta stop. And it's not just the local store either. I've gone to stores in like different, like in England. I've shopped at Iceland, and it's the same fucking shit. Their fucking fresh produce isn't very fresh, and it's not even good. There's no flavor. It's like it was mutated in a lab, and like right on the day that it expired, it shipped off to the store. That's really what it feels like. Anyway, I gotta go.